Michael, obviously difficult result for the girls over the weekend. I guess seen you've approached some of these losses throughout the season differently. Learning experience is disappointing. How did you react to this one? What were your takeaways from it?
Look, similar. We always analyse and overanalyze every single detail on the reasons why and how we can be better. I think our performance was good. I think in the first half we missed our pressing moments. I think we addressed that at half time, and then in the second half we were much better. I think we then were able to dominate the match, and really we probably should have scored our second goal and maybe kept kicking on and maybe had a chance to win it. But look, full credit to Adelaide. I thought they played really well in the first half, but I think we missed, like I mentioned, that pressing moment. So I think for me, the reflection is how I are clearer in the message and maybe train it a little bit more to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Because we have had a few losses this season, and I guess that's to be expected. You can't go undefeated every single season ever. But are there any common threads throughout the losses that you've identified and that you really want to nail down as the season progresses, or is it new stuff each time?
No, there is. I probably won't go into that detail. I'll leave it to the other coaches to try and see the trends. But yeah, there is definitely some trends that we've been addressing ever since the Canberra game. But yeah, they're things that we're getting better at, definitely. But I wouldn't put it down to this match. That's the reason why we lost. But there is definitely a trend in some areas.
Without you saying what these trends are, do you feel as though they're, I guess, how do I express this? Are they completely fixable this season with the way the squad's currently constructed, or do you feel as though they're more about minimising it than getting to the off-season and you can properly address them?
No, definitely can... And have been improving almost to a very good level, which I'm really happy with. So, and definitely extra personnel that we probably have missing that are going to be coming back in the next 2 to 4 weeks. They just fix it straight away.
Because I guess I was going to ask you about that. Obviously, some pretty handy players unavailable. How are they tracking in that 2 to 4 weeks? You know, maybe who's on the 2 side, who's on the 4 side?
Yeah, I think Leah Davison is maybe 2 to 3 weeks away, and then Hughesy's probably after the international break. So yeah.
And I think Danella was named in the squad for Adelaide but didn't feature. How's she tracking from concussion?
Yeah, she's in full training now. I think it'll be touch and go for tomorrow. We'll see how she trains today. But I don't think she's going to get quite cleared in time. I think she's fine, but I don't know if the doc's going to clear her, which they're going on the cautious side. She's young. She's had concussion before. So, and she had a lot of symptoms post her concussion when she did that a couple of weeks ago. So I think the safer option is probably to just get her ready for Brisbane on Sunday.
And in terms of the rest of the fallout from that game against Adelaide, any other bumps or bruises giving you concerns from that one?
No, everyone's in full health. So we ran out the game really well. And yesterday's training was excellent. And then we look forward to another training today.
Because obviously this past week one's been a difficult one for some of the girls in the squad with Rado's passing. You see Stoddy's emotions when she was asked about it on telly after the game. I know not all of your girls have connections or worked under Rado, but how has the squad been managing on what's been a very emotional week for them?
Yeah, I think the club has put a lot of things in place to support that. Certain individuals with our sports psych and little things that can help. But yeah, it's never easy when you have a deep connection with someone, especially some of our players did. It's going to affect them in an emotional, draining way. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't get the pleasure of meeting him, but obviously he's touched a lot of people's hearts in this club and is definitely well respected.
And looking ahead to the game tomorrow night, I guess the classic one, what do you need to do to win and what do you need to do to avoid defeat?
Okay, interesting way you frame that. I think first we need to score more goals than them. That's pretty simple. But there's certain things that they've done the last 3 weeks where they've picked up 2 wins and a draw, which has been a big shift in their style of what they were trying to do in the beginning of the season. And I think that's helping them. So if they continue to do that, then we're very well prepared for that. If they want to throw something different, then, we've seen briefly what they've done 5-6 weeks ago. But, I think they're playing a little bit more strategic to get results. I'll put it that way, the last 3 weeks. And I think it's working for them. And they're playing some really good football in moments. But they're probably not taking as many risks as they probably were earlier in the season. So I think as always, we analyse the opposition, we see what their strengths are and what they're trying to do, and then we make little tactical adjustments to try and nullify that. And we'll see how everyone pulls up after training, and then I'll select the best team possible to try and win the match.
And I guess just last one from me, Michael. We're past the halfway mark of the season now, and this one's a bit different to your first campaign in charge. It looks like there's more of a dogfight pretty much everywhere on the table. Everyone's so close. Just how are you experiencing this campaign compared to the last one where it was more just a 2-horse race between you and victory?
Yeah, I think, look, I can't remember the exact ladder this time last year, but yeah, you're right. I think Victory and I probably, and us at this stage last year, probably kicked on. I think Victory won 8 or 9 of their last games in a row, and we virtually did very similar. This year, as you can see, everyone's beating everyone's taking points off each other. So, as always, the most consistent team after the 20 rounds is going to be the champion. But I think right now, I think we just need to worry about ourselves. We still have a 2-point buffer, but now a lot of teams, Brisbane, Wellington, are on equal games. I think Central Coast might be 1 ahead of us. Canberra might be 1 ahead of us. So I think over the next 3-4 games, you sort of get a clearer idea of who maybe might be the 2 or 3 going to challenge for the Premier's plate.
Do you enjoy it a bit more, like this sense of parity, knowing that you're going to be challenged as a coach every single game?
Of course, that's what we love. This is what I said to the players: is this is where the fun begins. Yeah, when the pressure starts mounting and it gets closer, and all these things, are what we love. And when you're a winner, you thrive on this, and you improve and increase your intensity. And I can already see it now that we're getting a few girls back from injury. The training quality is lifting. Everyone's fighting for spots. So this is where the fun begins.